Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you sticking around. It's been a little while since I posted a video with COVID-19 and everything going on. Didn't really get around to filming as much as I would have otherwise probably, but I appreciate you guys coming back. And this is going to be the first video in my CDT through hike series where I want to talk about the gear that I'm going to bring out and go through that with you real quick. After that, probably won't be posting a video until I'm on trail sometime in April. I'm going to start the trail on the 17th, but it'll be a little while before I post the first video, probably after my first trip to town. Anyway, don't want to go on too long, just want to get right to the gear. So appreciate you all sticking around, and without further ado, here's what I'm going to be carrying this year as I hike the CDT. All right, everybody, here is the gear kind of laid out to give you an idea, and so we'll go through it all at one time. So here is my sleeping quilt slash sleeping bag. It has a foot box in it that's completely enclosed, and then this is the bag for it. What it has here is it's completely open except for a strap. And then this goes around the sleeping pad to keep it from moving around, but it allows you to open up and sleep a little bit cooler if you want. I've got a short Thermarest Neo Air, so that only goes down to about my knees, and then a new pillow, inflatable pillow. That was incredible to have last year. Definitely always going to have one of those. Right over to the side there, I've got a bear bag hang kit, so that's 100 feet of reflective cord, a carabiner, and then I've got this line lock here, which instead of having to find a branch to do a little PCT hang, I can just use that, which is going to be pretty key when and if I hang. The reason to say if is because over there you can see I've got a bear canister, and I'm going to bring that because there's going to be some sections where I can't hang, and I'd rather get used to it early on, and it's also going to give me somewhere to sit, which is going to be pretty good. Anyway, going back to the big three, so the sleep system here, and then excuse me, tent I've got is the Z-Pax Duplex with a freestanding adaptation kit, and then stakes. And I don't know, I'm probably going to start out with the freestanding adaptation kit. It doesn't weigh that much, but I just want to make sure that I'm not stuck like in the desert where the ground's kind of soft. This tent doesn't have a frame, and so it's basically just tension between the lines in my trekking poles to keep it up. And so if the ground's soft, it could pull out, and that's going to help prevent that if I've got the this external thing. I've got a big section of Tyvek for the ground sheet, and also to use as a sign for when I hitch into town. My new pack is the Z-Pax Arc Blast 55, so it's a little bit smaller than my pack from last year, but it's a hell of a lot lighter. The tent, this pack, and then all of the sleep stuff weighs about the same weight as my other pack did last year by itself, right about 5 pounds, just under 5 pounds. So saving a lot of weight with this new gear that I've got, which is going to be a lot a lot more beneficial when I'm trying to get big miles. And again, I've got the InReach, so people will be able to track my daily progress, little towel, and then I've got a knife and a trowel in there for just other purposes. This is kind of cool. So in here is a tick key, and basically you've got a tick on you, you put it on there, and then it helps you like peel it up, and then it won't leave its head in there in your skin. Anyway, so going back to the gear, I've got this here, which is a Maasai, I forgot what they're called, but it's like the blanket that they wear. I'm gonna bring that. It's thin and light, and I think it's gonna help in the first section of the trail where it's desert, because I don't like wearing a lot of sunscreen. So if I've got something that I can wear to keep the sun away, that's gonna be a better situation for me. Right next to it is rain cover from last year. It'll fit, so I'm just gonna reuse that. Different shoes. These are the next model from what I was wearing last year. They're not as colorful, but you know, they don't sell the old ones anymore, so that's what I've got. A couple buffs, a couple gaiters, trekking poles, and then I've got my rain umbrella, which this year is also going to be my sun umbrella, because the first section is going to be in the desert, and then a lot of the trail is going to be above the tree line, so I will definitely be using that for a lot more of the hike than I did last year. There's just not going to be any shade a lot of times. Got my water filtration system here. This is the same thing I finished the trail with last year, the Catadine on top of a Hydro Pack 3-liter bag. And I'm also going to bring a Sawyer filter with me, because I was looking into what would be better for the CDT, and it really comes down to what are you filtering water from. And so sometimes the Catadine's better, sometimes the Sawyer is better. So what I'm going to do is bring them both, use them when it's more appropriate. Like the Sawyer's better when it's like still water or more silty, and the Catadine's better when it's mountain spring type, like flowing up on high altitude. The thought is that using them both when they're supposed to be used will help them both last longer and have high flow rates for longer, theoretically. We'll see if it works out. Got my sit pad, and then the last section of it all is my ditty bag, which is right here, and this has all of my other stuff. So this is a power bank with about 20,000 milliamps. That's about enough to charge my phone 4 times, but I'll also have a GoPro and that inReach to charge. But I don't think I'll be charging the inReach all that often in the field, because I learned a couple settings where it only uses about 10% of the battery per day. So hopefully that'll be something that'll help keep that consistently on while I'm out. And I will be able to keep videoing and using my phone at the same time. These right here are my first aid kit, safety blanket, Leuko tape, and then in here is like Tylenol, ibuprofen, some blister stuff, some Band-Aids, some antiseptic wipes, all that fun stuff. Tent repair kit, sleeping pad repair kit, anything that's like inflatable or waterproof that'll patch up. I've got my non-scented toiletries here. It includes a little like backup knife and some lighters. And then I've got my scented toiletries here. That's the antacids, Burt's Bees, and toothpaste and toothbrush. The thing that you see in right here is it's called a Culo Clean. And basically it's an adapter for your water bottle that turns it into a bidet. So if I'm not in a place where I can bury my toilet paper, or I just don't want to be carrying it anymore, I've got that option. But I'm going to bring both and see how it works before I decide to go without toilet paper. But I'm interested to see what that is. I've got bug spray, hand sanitizer, comb, towel. A lot of people don't carry a towel. I liked it a lot, and I found that it was very useful in certain areas where it was warmer and we were actually able to take showers outside. I think that like with especially the Gila alternate that I'm going to take, I'm probably going to be going through the water a lot, so I think it'll be probably better than not to have the towel despite the weight. This is a cork ball for like rolling out knots and stuff and just keeping muscles from getting too overtired. A comb and a brush and a mirror, just because I've got long hair now, so I got to keep that kind of straightened out, and sunglasses and headlamp. So that's basically everything I'm going to take. I haven't weighed it all, nor do I really care to know and like, try to compare to other people how light my stuff is, this is probably around 10 pounds. But last time I weighed it, I've made a lot of changes, so it could be a little bit less, could be a little bit more. We'll find out, because I will wait before I go, and I'll tell you guys before I hit the trail, so that I'm going to at least want to compare how much it weighs before to how much it weighs after. I'm expecting that I'll even drop more stuff on this trip, but we'll see. Anyway, so I wanted to add on to that. One thing that I didn't cover was the clothing that I'm going to wear. I am planning on doing the same thing that I did on the AT and wearing my running gear. That stuff was super great because it kept me cool and I knew that it wasn't going to chafe, or at least I knew how to deal with where it was going to chafe. Um, a little bit different with the CDT because we're going to be up at such a higher altitude. I'm going to have to be with wearing my cold weather gear a lot more often. So I'm going to have to carry that with me. And then a few other layers to be able to adjust between cold and warm as we're going up the trail. It'll be probably down below freezing pretty regularly at night because of the altitude that will, the elevation that we'll be at. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be bringing, and that's another reason why I didn't include that in this part, because the clothing element's probably going to change a few times. Also going to be carrying bear spray, which I am still waiting on getting because of laziness, to be honest. I just haven't gotten it yet. There's no bears in Arlington, so there's no pressing need. I will be getting that before the trail, though. So not that I'm gonna need it in New Mexico, just so that I get used to the weight. A lot of the things I'm gonna do early on in the trail is just so that I'm used to it, not necessarily because I need to be doing it. Because when I do need to be doing it, I don't want to have to adjust again. Anyway, I will end the video there. I really appreciate you guys watching and getting ready for what's going to be an amazing hike. And I'm looking forward to being able to share it with all of you. And until next time when I'm on the trail, see you guys later.